baby. I feel like I'm in the danger zone, yeah. Love, I'm lost on you, baby. What you do, girl? What you do? You run my mind crazy. Got my heart flooded full of butterflies every day lately. The danger zone seems ever closer. And loving you is dangerous for my soul, baby. Yeah. Said loving you is like damage to my soul. Cause if you ever leave, it would break me down. You might break me down. And baby, girl, your love's like wings of Red Bull. I take a sip of you, and I fly like the moon in the sky, adorns the sun. I'm on you, baby. I'm on you, baby. Girl, I know the danger zone. The danger zone is ever close, baby. Yeah. Cause loving you is danger for my soul. I said loving you is danger for my soul. It's to my soul, baby girl. And I'm so gone, lost on you. Love drunk, I'm lost on you. What you do, and what you do, baby, and you got my heart fluttering full of butterflies, fluttering around you like a wings Red Bull. And take a sip of you and I can fly like I'm sitting next to the moon, baby. Whenever I'm with you, I feel alive, baby. And let's come alive, live to die together.
All right. I hope y'all were loving that. That is my actually that's my people coming live from Atlanta, but he's from South Carolina. So please do check him out online, y'all. He is DJ. The link is there in the chat. Make sure you all check him out. I'm gonna put this also up here on the big too. Um, it's F Bomb Friday. So the name of that track is actually The Danger Zone. And y'all, these bombs today. So if you're here, you're definitely going to be in the danger zone as well of hearing some of these F bombs being dropped. So what are we talking about today, y'all? We are talking about the 450,000 on it. $450,000 reparation payout that is going to be given to immigrant families that have been separated at the border. So, y'all, let's get to it. Tucker Carlson said it best that this is going to be for people that came here illegally, that were detained legally, because again, you came here illegally, and they're going to be paid $450,000. I think this is going to be the first time in our history that I can remember, and y'all, I've been watching these movements for a while now. This is the first time in history that I can remember that I have heard people sound very upset about how black people haven't gotten a payout, and yet you're to reward, because that's what it is. Let's make no qualms about it. Let's not be confused about it. You're about to make a payout to a demographic that came here illegally, willfully, and were separated legally. that's what we're dealing with here. So, as you all know, if you would like to continue this conversation, we're gonna start it out on here. We can get it live and bumping on here. We're gonna start it out here on the YouTube to really dig in and to get this conversation going and glowing and to drop these F bombs like they so deserve to be dropped. You're gonna need to follow that link, and that is coloredonlycafe.com/live/, and make sure come on over there. I got some special guests waiting. They're lined up and they're waiting to be a part and jump into this conversation because but more so looking to just be a part of the conversation. You know, y'all, I do this for real. I can't say that enough, but I really do this for real. I am really a life, so to speak. I'm just trying to figure out where to place this so it's not in my way. But and I have a lot going on today, as you all know, a lot of moving parts to consider. I do this for real. I don't do this for play. So we have people that are literally, grassroots, guerrilla warfare style, in creating the nation. And the nation does include properties, it includes homes, it includes families, it includes an entire group of people that are not living according to the systems of America KKK, as Brother Rob says, Incorporated. The reason, and you know what? Let me tell y'all something. For because I had a conversation with very prominent couple of, it was a nice little small group of people earlier this week. Um, because there was a mention of, okay, why don't we, organize the same way the Black Panthers did? Y'all know what happened to the Black Panthers, right? Once they realized who was affiliated with what and who, they knew exactly who to go to, what to go to, that sort of thing. So let me be very clear and frank: the people that are affiliated with this particular movement and this creating this nation, these are not people that are always going to be found on YouTube or social media platforms saying, "Yeah, I'm in this movement." So that's why I said you would be surprised who's a part of this movement. We have some definitely considerable conservatives. We have some definitely considerable women and men that live a totally different lifestyle than myself. But we have one common goal in common. We have one common goal that is that unites this tribe, so to speak, and that is the commitment to living life on our terms. Destiny is written by us, not for us. And so, if that is your of our group that are polygamous, actively polygamous in my life, that's nowhere near my life. Y'all know, how I've been abstaining for years and moving like that. We have other members of the group that same way. They've been abstaining for years or what have you. We have some group married couples. We have some members of the group singles, and they would like to marry somebody revolutionary minded, but they are still being, a part of this world or in this world. They're still partaking with people that are not revolutionary minded. Uh, I think that type of thinking will only. I think that type of mentality will only get you so far, so to speak. But again, they are investors in this movement, and they are committed to developing this independent nation. So, like I said, it's not just going to be people that look like me and think like me. Such is life. It's not going to be people that look like and think like you, but these same people are committed and invested, and not in talking about it, but in doing it. I'm talking about buying land real time. I'm talking about making real time purchases. I'm talking about, fortifying and supporting minority owned businesses. I'm talking about committing to a lifestyle of only spending Black dollars. That means dollars within the Black community, period. And they're living this way and have been living this way for years. And I'm talking about everything they touch. It is something that is um, Black owned and operated. Boo. Black owned and operated. Boo. Okay, so y'all, we have a few minutes left in here, so I'm gonna see who's in here, and I'm gonna say what up. I'll say what's up to my Glow Nation. Cooking with Sir Senior was in here earlier. I think you might still be hanging around somewhere. Very cool if you are. Thank you so much at all. And again, I definitely wanted to jump on your live yesterday, and thank you for the invitation. I'm just getting a lot going on for the weekend. So I had to just get prepared. I'm getting prepared. Yeah, I want to talk about something real quick. I'm not gonna like belabor the point because we're gonna get this Biden bullshit. That's what I'm calling it, y'all. The Biden bullshit. And y'all, it is. I don't know where y'all at, but uh, I think Atlanta finally got the memo. It is cold as a mug here. I'm not saying it's snowing conditions cold, but you guys have to also appreciate that um it actually snows when it's not the coldest as far as temperature wise. That was always a big surprise. Feel like you would have a nice clear day the day before, and it was manageable weather. It wasn't like blistering, freezing weather. But the next day, that sky opens up, and these flutters come down, right? And you're like, it was kind of nice today. Like it was doable, it was manageable, and it went from being nice and manageable to I'm not leaving my house weather. Okay, so such is life, and such is today. Today is very clear. It's clear, but it's cold. So there is some movement expected tomorrow. There is a nor'easter that is expected for us to get the full brunt in, and it's just a winter storm. So even Florida is feeling some of that. They've gotten some rain, especially South Florida. They've gotten some rain this past week. So now we're getting the cold here in Atlanta. So it's kind of, but so I guess another F will be right. But with that being said, like I said, I'm not going to be abandoning this Biden bullshit conversation because this definitely needs to be not just talked about, but I hope, and I hope, and I hope, and I hope that this wakes some of our people up that really have been pretending like they're secure in your whatever living situation you have. And like I said, how secure can you be when 70% of us are renting? I was on Brother Dynasty's channel yesterday. If y'all have never seen it, please check it out. It's Search for Uhuru. I love that name, right? Uhuru. That's a sexy name. I need to meet somebody named Uhuru. Uhuru, how are you? How are you, Uhuru? At any rate, Search for Uhuru is his channel, and I was there last night, and we were, I was able to get, I was grateful to be able to get onto the platform and speak a little bit about this rent is racist movement. I was able to talk about how rent is actually rooted in systemic racism. For example, you all, and my brother Palmetto brought up this fact, y'all, and I apologize if I have the TV background. I don't want to distract you, but y'all, them Braves in the World Series. So I've been catching up on all of the insight, and y'all know I don't have a team, so I have to get to other spaces that do have them, so I can make sure I'm caught up. Um, but anyway, back to the business. As Brother Palmetto actually pointed out and well recognized and identified, before slavery ended, there was no rent. There was no rent program. So clear in what that means, y'all. They were fully prepared to just allow family members and allow in-laws and allow a colleague to just we live property together. We have a plot of land. We live in this property together. They weren't charging each other. They weren't charging each other then, and they don't charge each other now. That's why 70%. How do you have this? Because the minority, because y'all, we're going to play the game. How do you have the minority of the United States paying literally 70%, or 70% responsible, I'm sorry, of an entire rental industry? That is absolutely incredible when you think of it, right? Like someone who visits your house, only who visits your house, uh paint a picture. So that's somebody who visits your house only a year, but you tell them that they need to when they come, they need to be paying the bills for for, let's say it's 12, and so for 12 months they need to be paying the bills for uh 9 of those months. They only come see you maybe around Christmas, spring break. Think about it in terms of like the college student, right? They come Christmas, they come spring break, they come maybe a random time in the right, maybe two. But you want them to pay. You want the people that's in the house 100% of the time. No, we ain't gonna bother them. They in the house. They're minding their business. They in the house. But the people that come 3 times a year, 3, 4 times a year, y'all need to be paying almost 100. I need to be paying at least 70% of these bills, at least 80% of these bills. Nine of these months. Okay, we ain't making you pay on a whole year. We're just saying 9 months, 9 months, especially the month in which you come. So whatever month that comes, whatever month that falls during those 3, 4 times you come, you need to be paying for the month, and then you need to decide these other months you're gonna pay the bills too. Y'all see, I have to break terms like this because some of y'all just live like it's cool. Some of y'all just living like what? That's just straight. And then some of y'all be glad to get it. You know how many people I hear, and I'm just hearing in passing, because like I said, if you have this mentality, 9 times out of 10, you ain't know, we can't really we can't really have real conversation and do no real discussion. Here's my peripheral. But I hear these conversations in different organizations that I'm a part of and different events that I take part in. As you all know, with the cafe, just like a barbershop, pretty much, and that was an outside, pop-up kitchen. So people regularly come by and they're having these different conversations, and they're glad to get to the point where they're paying rent. They're glad, man. Yeah, pretty cool too. It's pretty cool. I only had to pay first and last. I ain't even had to pay no security. They be happy to get it. Y'all, when I think about this sometimes, I think about like how much must that make the how much does that make the Let's Go Biden administration appreciators and participators? How much does that make them laugh? That y'all be glad. Somebody stole your jacket, and you be real glad when they give it to you. They give it back to you for the winter month. Come over to your house. That's like somebody has stolen your wife. They've started a relationship with her and they, took her from you. But occasionally they bring your wife back over so y'all can sleep together. Occasionally, when I feel like it. When I'm generous. That's what y'all sound like. And that's why I said, trust me, if you're in this type of conversation, I'm not tuned into your frequency, period. But I am aware that these conversations are being had. I've been privy to some of these conversations, and they're laughable to me. So imagine what these people may feel like, that this property clearly was stolen from you. You had to get the opportunity to pay for it. Like I said, anybody staying in a situation where you're renting and you have a quote unquote, because I don't call them landlords, I call them property managers, but y'all cool referring to yours as a landlord, okay. But anybody that's saying thank you for letting me pay a little late, thank you landlord, you might as well say thank you master for letting me clock out 5 minutes early, for letting me go in when you know I was sick this morning, had to drag myself out. I'm beaten down, you know, so don't have a lot of nutrients and sustenance and things that would help me be able to be productive in these harsh environments. But I thank you for letting me just not work that extra 2 rows. Thank you for letting me leave about 5 minutes early to get a head start on the cabin. Because once the people that are more fit get ahead, I'm probably not going to be able to get food. The script I'm given. So thank you for being aware of that, and you're allowing me to. Now, don't get me wrong, y'all. Don't get me wrong. This is not a situation where I'm saying, um, no hate is here. No hate is over here. But these are observations. And like I said, 9 times out of 10, these observations from our people. So again, if you are truly invested and interested in living a life separate from the one that you've been fooled into believing that this is the only way you have. If you are truly interested in escaping that matrix, if you're fully interested and invested in appreciating and realizing that, you know what, I can live independently. I come from the greatest DNA that this world literally has ever known. If you're fully aware of that and you want to join up, hey, the Rise Forum is literally next Saturday, November 6th. Please join us. Y'all about to lose my Glow Nationers. Y'all better come on over and join us. The address is right there. It is coloredonlycafe.com/live/ and I'm putting that in the main. Y'all come on over and join us. Y'all know what to do. We got to, when you're selling, you got to drop that weight. You got to drop it away so you can so we can glide. So that's what we're doing. All right. So make sure you come on over and join us. That is coloredonlycafe.com /live/. See y'all soon.